Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Robert McCullar, Senior Vice President of Global Sales and Marketing at a company called Positive Grid. Thanks for joining us, Robert.
Thanks, Fred. Nice to be on with you.
You're doing some interesting things, blending technology with music products. Give us a little background about Positive Grid.
Well, our company started actually about 8 years ago, and our game plan was to create a technology background that we could build into hardware products as time went on. So we actually started out in the mobile design business with products that were designed for the iOS platform and moved from that into desktop software. And this is all music creation and music tone creation for guitar and bass players. And after we got our software platform really stable and the mobile platform really stable, developed a really robust cloud that all of our users around the world store sounds on, share tones with other users around the world. We moved into the hardware world about 2 years ago with a series of products that were really designed specifically for the pro and the touring guitar and bass player market. And that's what we've done up to this stage. And today, I think we're going to talk about a new product that we're just announcing that is more of a mainstream price point. But everything that we do incorporates that technological background where it is all about tone creation, great tone, interaction, creativity, and those kinds of things.
And this product is called Spark. Tell us about it.
Well, Spark, like I said, our hardware, and by hardware, I mean, physical amplifiers that a musician would use. Our hardware up to this point has all been focused on the pro and the touring musician. And by pro, I mean, not necessarily all high level professionals, but people that probably play for a living, that tour in global bands and stuff like that. With Spark, we wanted to take the technology and the learning from our mobile, our desktop, our cloud, and our pro marketplace and bring that sort of fold it all into a consumer priced product that would be compelling at the end of the day. I mean, our core philosophy from day one has been that we want to innovate, and quite frankly, we want to disrupt. We're not the kind of company that's looking to be for lack of a better term, I'll say a cookie cutter, where we're just sort of, hey, there's 15 options like this out there, and now we got one too. We don't want to be that company. But at the end of the day, guitar and bass amps have been around for 60 plus years at least. And we're probably not going to invent a new wheel, as it were. So we look for ways to improve on what amplifiers offer to their owner, what they offer in the way of interaction. And with Spark, the goal was what can we do to make amplifiers fun, engaging, and to help drive creativity with the guitar or bass player.
And you have something that you incorporated that you call Smart Jam. Tell me about this and what this amp can do.
Well, Smart Jam is an algorithm that we actually created ourselves. It's our native technology. And what we did, we experimented for the last year to year and a half with our mobile platform with a product that we call X Drummer. And we wanted to develop a technology and an algorithm that would allow a level of AI type interaction with a musician. And I don't want to make it sound too techy or too sophisticated, but the whole concept was that I could just sit around, play stuff on my guitar. The app would listen to what I'm playing. It would analyze that very quickly in our cloud, and it would return with X Drummer a drum pattern. So if I'm just strumming along some chords, the app's listening to me, the cloud is evaluating that, and within normally about 5 to 10 seconds, it's got a drum track that will play along with me that will be pretty much in the same genre or the same style that I'm strumming or playing on my guitar. So with Smart Jam and Spark, we've taken that core technology that we developed with X Drummer, and we have actually turned it into literally a backing band. So it still listens to what I'm playing. It listens to the tones that I'm playing or the pitches that I'm playing, the physical notes. It evaluates it very quickly, generally in about 6 to 8 seconds in our tone cloud. And it returns not only a drum track that matches what I'm playing, but it also gives me a bass track that's in the same key of the music that I'm playing on my guitar. So I can literally now, I can sit with nothing but a little inspiration in my mind or no inspiration and sit, let the app listen to me, activate Smart Jam, which by the way, I can do by voice command, or I can do by touching a start button. And I can sit and let the app listen to me for a few seconds. It'll analyze that in our cloud. And before you know it, I've got a drummer and a bass player playing in the same tempo and in the same key that I was sitting and strumming my guitar. And the whole point is to anywhere from just have fun sitting around interacting with your gear, which is very hard to do with most music gear, but to allow me to have fun, or in a more sophisticated way to allow me to inspire to think of a new song, or have a creation that's uniquely mine. So, and it's a random pattern. So there is a level of AI involved in it. Certainly not a Cray supercomputer, but there's nothing else in our industry that I'm aware of that offers this type of technology and this type of interaction in a guitar amplifier.
Very cool stuff. You've also got a feature in your app that you call Auto Chords. Tell us what that does. Really helpful to a lot of people wanting to play some new songs.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most challenging things about learning cover songs, or playing someone else's music, is figuring out the chords. And what we do with our chord recognition, it's a real-time streaming process that again is an analysis through our cloud. And I can stream music through my Apple account, through the mobile app, I should say. I can stream music through my Apple account, my Spotify account, any kind of library where I keep music. I stream that through our Bluetooth connection into the amp. The Spark amplifier is designed with full range speakers. So it's got a really good high fidelity audio quality to it for playback. So the amp is playing my music. I've got a control for that. Then I've got separate controls for what my guitar is doing from a volume and a tone standpoint. So I find the tone that I want to play. I get to the volume that I want my guitar to be. And while the song is playing, there's a viewer, the screen on my mobile device is both showing me the chords, showing me the chord that I'm playing and the next two or three chords coming up in the song. It's got a progress bar where it will show me in real time as the musical measures are counted. It will show me in real time where when the next chord is coming up. It'll give me an image of how to form that chord on the neck of my guitar. And at the same time, we're incorporating with YouTube, where any song that you play, while all of that's going on, it's also playing a YouTube video of that song. And as you and your listeners probably know, if I pick a song, just pick something random, I can type it into YouTube, which is the largest music library in the world. I can type that song into YouTube and I'll probably get, depending on the song, maybe as many as several dozen different versions of it. And it could be anything from the artist's official video down to me sitting in my music studio at home, creating something that I record with my phone and I post on YouTube for my friends to follow on my YouTube channel. So you get all of those different options of what you want to look at and what you want the chord library to track while you're learning how to play that song. So you've got a real easy visualization with a video. You have a streaming scroll bar that shows you the chord that you're playing and the next chord coming up that also counts the tempo. Then you've also got a diagram in real time of the chord you're playing on the neck of the guitar and the next one or two chords coming up, so you kind of know what you're going to form. And in addition to that, we allow you to slow down. Like if you've got something that you're having trouble, following the chord progressions in the song, you can actually go in and slow down any music up to half speed. So in other words, I could take any song, I could drop down the tempo of that song to half of its normal speed or 80% of its normal speed. And our algorithm will do that, and it will not change the pitch of the song. One of the challenges to trying to slow something down where you can learn it is as you slow it down, it's like my voice. I'm talking right now, but as I slow down my voice, the pitch drops. So on a guitar, you can't do that. You have to retune the guitar. Well, our technology allows you to slow down to half speed or 80% speed, and it will keep the pitch exactly where the song is supposed to be.
Sounds like great fun and a great learning tool.
Yeah, well, it is. It's learning and it's just fun. I mean, I travel all over the world, and I've been showing advanced, beta samples of this Spark amp. And I'm telling you, as soon as you turn the smart jam or the music on the amp, it's just infectious. It's like anybody with a guitar in there, you can't stop playing it. And that was our whole purpose, is not just build an amplifier that has tone and you play your guitar into it, but to build a product that really becomes sort of this big interactive enterprise that is very affordable, that literally can sit on your desk at home or wherever you want it, in your living room or wherever, and totally engage you at a creative or a learning level.
And you're giving people a lot of choices, it looks like, when it comes to choosing tones for the guitar sound too.
Yeah, there's actually multiple layers. We have 7 core amplifier tones: acoustic tone, bass guitar, and electric guitar, 6-string electric guitar. Then there are also 4 presets that all live in the DSP built into the amplifier. So I could take the amplifier anywhere. I don't need a mobile app. I don't need an internet connection. And I've got 7 different core tones, a massive amount of guitar effects that are controllable on the amp. And I've got my 4 favorite preset tones that are completely controllable by me, that all live in the DSP built into the amp. But when I run out of having fun with that, if that could happen, our tone cloud allows me to go on and in real time with no latency. And for your listeners, latency in music products is just the ultimate nightmare, because one of the things that makes playing music fun is you do something to your instrument and you hear it and you feel it immediately. When you have latency or a drag or a delay, what happens is I hit a note or record on my guitar, and in some cases with some technologies that are not very sophisticated, it could take a second, a full second or longer than that, to hear back what I just played. It's kind of like singing the national anthem in the middle of a field at a baseball stadium. You sing and then 3 seconds later you hear your voice. It's very disorienting, and it's almost impossible to play music like that. So our technology is such that there is virtually zero latency. And I can take the mobile app, or through the mobile app, I can access literally over 10,000 different tones in our cloud that are all free. So again, I've got 7 core amplifier tones in the amp. I've got 4 presets that are totally controllable by me. I've got 3 different effect processors built into the amp. And then when I connect my mobile device, which by the way is iOS or Android, when I connect my mobile device to the amp, I can go to our tone cloud, which is free to join, and I can have access to over 10,000 different amplifiers and effects, any of which I can choose to use or not use. And I can find those things by searching for a particular brand or a particular type of sound, or if I wanted the tone that Eddie Van Halen used when, back in the Hot for Teacher days, in the early days of Van Halen, I can type Hot for Teacher and I will get a recall out of our cloud instantly of different options of what that tone, of presets that I can use that give me that exact tone. And then I can either load them into the amp or I can use them on the cloud, stream them. It's so flexible, it's ridiculous. It really is.
Really amazing. So tell us about pricing and availability.
Well, we're in a pre-launch phase right now. I would encourage any of your listeners to go to positivegrid.com/spark, and you'll see our pre-launch and our pre-sale campaign. So we are running early adopter, well, really, I guess that's the best way to put it, just early adopter specials through the end of this calendar year. Right now, our plan is to launch globally with our resellers and our distributors around the world on Monday, January 6th. So in early January, the amp will start showing up in music stores and on retail websites all over the world. Today, through the end of the year, you'd need to go to that positivegrid.com/spark, and that's where you'd find really, you could deep dive as much as you want. There's videos there, and there's a lot of content there that'll help you understand the amp and the concept.
And the pricing through the website now would be what?
Well, currently we're running tiered early adopter specials. So the earlier you buy, the bigger the bigger the discount is right now. But currently we're running I think it's at 30% off for the amp. We're also running specials where the amp is bundled with a padded carry bag, which is very, very helpful. And another promo where it's bundled with a pair of really high quality PreSonus HD9 headphones. So you could buy the amp itself, or the amp with a gig bag, or a padded carry bag, I should say, or the amp with the PreSonus HD9 headphones. Those are all priced differently, and as each tier sells out, they're limited quantities. As each tier sells out, we move to the next tier. And they're still great values, but obviously it's like anything else. The earlier you buy, the better the value is. So I would encourage people that are interested, go there, look now, take advantage of today's special, because tomorrow's special might be a little bit higher than today.
Awesome. And the site again is positivegrid.com/spark. Robert McCullar,
Correct.
thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Hey, Fred, I really appreciate you asking us on, and look forward to answering any other questions if we need to talk again.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C-Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C-Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C-Crane.